Hello and welcome everyone back to my channel. Welcome back to my Game of Thrones Legends mobile game content. So if you, like me, just wasted the last 2 hours and 11 minutes of your life watching the Game of Thrones Legends Throne Talk episode, I feel your pain. Yes, it was 2 hours and 11 minutes. Oh my God. I'm going to give it a break, though, because it was kind of cool in a way. It was interesting to see a lot of the stuff on the set, the actual set where a lot of the HBO Game of Thrones show was filmed. That was really interesting. It was really cool to hear from the one guy that talks about how they make the weapons and stuff, as somebody that in the past has worked in factories that dealt with molten metal and forging and forges and all that kind of heavy equipment and mills and CNCs and all that. It just kind of, that really spoke to me because that was something that is interesting to me from my past. So that was neat. And then to see how the costumes are made and how the makeup goes into applying the costumes for something like a White Walker was very cool. But yeah, that was pretty much about the extent of it. There was no reveals whatsoever. And that was the big letdown, I think, for most of the people that were watching the show. I was highly disappointed in the view count. I think the most I ever saw watching the Thronecast, or whatever it was called, episode was 30 people. That was very depressing, honestly, because I had hoped for, hundreds to be watching this episode. The first episode of a Throne Talk podcast about the Game of Thrones Legends game and a lot of the Game of Thrones lore. I thought it would attract more people than that. So it was kind of disappointing to see the average user, viewer count be about 25-ish. I mean, that was pretty bad. So yeah, I was kind of disappointed in that. I was very disappointed in the fact that there were no reveals, because the teaser video that we got a couple days ago, had the caption that all will be revealed soon. Mysterious, like there was going to be some big thing that they were going to throw out there. And then they, showed the picture of the White Walker, and we thought, oh my God, here we go. We're finally going to get the White Walker faction in the game that's been in the in-game filter since the game released, but we've never seen any content on it before. Oh, yeah, that didn't happen. There were no reveals whatsoever. So that was just a total bomb on that regard. Zynga, if by some chance you are watching this content, I mean, it was great that you guys tried to do something like this. It was really neat in a way, but you really failed your player base pretty bad tonight with no reveals of any new content, because that's what the players are needing. The game is getting stale. We need more content, and we need it soon. There's so many things that we're dealing with as players that are broken, and the predatory monetization is getting old, and the horrible pull rates on the tokens and the heroes is getting old. We need new content, and for us to be anticipating this show where all will be revealed soon and nothing was revealed, that was bad. I mean, that was a bad look for you. And so please take some advice from your player base and do better. I will have to admit, I was laughing the majority of the show because the guys that they had on there were, nice and cool people and all that, but I think they were selected more for the fact that they were big content creators on YouTube or whatever platforms they were on, and not so much for their knowledge of the game, because it was hilarious to listen to these noobs talk about the game and not really know what they were talking about and acting like they were just learning the game. I don't know if this was filmed like the day after the game released or what, but I felt like a you know, a scholar watching these people talk about the game, because everything they said, I just had to laugh because it just sounded so silly to hear people talk about these mechanics that we have picked apart and tore apart for months now, you know, and just analyzed every single facet of the game on our Discord community, where we interact and do a lot of talking about the game. So yeah, that was really hilarious, and it was probably a lot of comedy relief for me. It's the only reason why I survived that 2 hours and 11 minutes. So yeah, if you're thinking about watching this, go for it. You're not going to learn anything about the game, that's for sure. Especially if you've been playing the game for over 2 weeks, you know more than the people that were on the show tonight. So, yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to put this out there for the community so that you guys would know what to expect and know if you really wanted to spend 2 hours and 11 minutes watching this. So, you know, Zynga, maybe think about putting people on there with a better grasp of your game next time. And honestly, take some advice and be sure and put some content drops and releases and sneak peeks and stuff like that on your show next time if you want it to be viable for the people that actually play your game. Because for the most of the people that watched, this was kind of a fail. But anyway, so thanks for watching my content. I'll give you back your life now, and we'll see you around. Join the Discord.